Hey, I'm back. So today I want to talk about starting from the end and working your way backwards. I heard this really good quote from an entrepreneur that I admire, who said that we should, rather than thinking about the business that we want to own or the kind of job we want to have, think about the life that we want to live and work backwards from that. Because frankly, sometimes being an entrepreneur isn't so pretty. Sometimes the days don't look that great, and if you don't want to work all the time, maybe that's not the life that you want to live. 10 years from now, do you want to be, uh, you know, leading a business that's your entire life and working 12 hours a day, every day, nonstop? Well, if that's not the life you want to live, maybe you should think about a different goal than being that entrepreneur. And frankly, my ambitions in life are not to become, a Jeff Bezos or an Elon Musk or something like this, where my life is my company. I yearn for paradise. And I think that's something I've realized about myself. So today I want to talk about where I want to be when I'm 50 years old. And every day I'm going to try to start visualizing that and working backwards from that. I've written them down here. This feels a little silly, but this is what I've come up with. Maybe not when I'm 50, maybe when I'm like 40. I want to have clear skin and be physically fit. I'll also be able to do a handstand. I think these all sort of fall under the umbrella of taking care of myself and maintaining my health. Because I also hear from a lot of people who are later on in life, especially entrepreneurs who are very successful, they end up regretting that they didn't take better care of their health. So I want to always make that a goal throughout my 20s and 30s. When I'm 40, I own a business that does something in software and makes $5 million in annual recurring revenue. I just think, given where I am, the skills that I've built up, and the amount of sort of trial and error I've had in various sectors, I've racked up the most sort of hours, or like racked up the most shots on goal in software, and made the most sort of errors and learned the most in software. I also think the world is heading in a direction where software will become ever more important, especially with AI and all this. So I believe software is sort of my calling in life, and I'll use it to do something that'll make me $5 million in annual recurring revenue. I also want to live anywhere I want in the world. I have four specific locations in mind that I want to have like a little house or apartment in each of them. So I live wherever I want in the world when I'm 40. I have a little apartment in outer Tokyo that I go and visit. I have a cabin in the mountains of Colorado where I go to disconnect with my spouse and my dog. I have an apartment in Manhattan where I go to be engulfed in the city and feel that energy. And I have my family's home in Florida where I go to see family and reconnect with my roots. That's it. If I'm 40 and I look back and I've done those things, I will have done what I want to do with this life. So everything I do from now until then should bring me closer to those goals. Health, radical health, strength, talent, and physical ability, and clear skin. A business that affects the world in a way that I make $5 million a year, top line, granted, but $5 million a year, and did it somehow through my abilities in software, and I can live wherever I want. One of those four places, they are all places that I call home. I'm not tied to any one specific place. Those are the things I would like to do with my life. And with that end in mind, having visualized it and made it clear, hopefully my subconscious will work towards that. I read somewhere or heard somewhere online that 80% of our thoughts are subconscious. This is probably all pseudoscience, but I think it makes sense and strikes at some universal truth, which is most of our thoughts are subconscious, and we have no idea what sort of calculations or planning or sort of predictions that our brain is doing most of the time. But if we have a clear, sort of very crystal clear idea of who we want to be and where we want to be in the future, your subconscious and your idle mind will sort of prepare you in ways that you aren't aware of for that future. So, hopefully it's true. Maybe it is. And I guess only you will be able to tell. Only upwards from here. See you.